Hello and welcome to the AFL 3D car creation channel. Next episode of the Jowett Jupiter, episode 6 I believe. In this episode I'm basically concentrating on the rear of the vehicle. I've made a couple of small changes since my last video, and the most significant one is this. So if we go to the top view, and go into wireframe mode, as you can see I've found another blueprint. Now this is a blueprint of a car that was produced in 1952. It is the Jupiter 1A. We're going to be modelling both 1A and 1. But first off, mainly we're going to be modelling 1. Now the main differences in 1, if you can see on these reference images here, that is a 1A where they introduce an opening rear boot, and 1 is, if you can see there, is a closing. There's just a small access panel at the back here to shove things in. But essentially that is solid. Okay, so that's a Mark 1. The placement of the fuel cap on the Mark 1 is here, whereas on the 1A it's obviously out of the boot area and is sitting up behind the driver, which is not very safe, but that's where it is. Okay, now you see I've split the screen into 3 here, and you can do that by simply going to here, and if you want, you left mouse click and drag across, and then in here you go and choose image editor, and then you just upload images from here. Okay, to get 2 like I've got, you just open the one you've just opened and drag down. It's as simple as that. Okay, but I use that. I also use another screen where I can just glance at from time to time, but I like this as well because you can get right up and move it around in the viewport and get better views of it. So that's why I use that. And simply, when you're not looking at the reference images, you just drag that across. Okay, so that's the first thing. So this is available. I've left my email in the, I'll leave my email address in this video, but I've also done a 3D modelling channel update earlier where I've given my email address and said that anyone struggling with blueprints on this, I will send the blend file as to where it is here, okay, before we start this episode, so that if people are struggling, they can start following me from here. If not, and you want the blueprint for the better top image that I've found, please email me. I can send it on. I could have sent it on, uploaded it on here, but with copyright and everything else, I prefer to send it via email, especially the blend files. I would not append that to any videos really. Okay, so let's get cracking. So as I said earlier, I'm going to concentrate on the back of the vehicle, get that not perfect, but get it as close as possible, and then move on to the front. So if you go into the side view, so press 3 and go into side view, press Z, press the Z key and go into wireframe view. And what I simply do is, as I've said possibly before, I highlight the front, so press B on your keyboard, get the range select, drag it down and highlight those, and press H, the H key, to hide those vertices. When you want to bring them back, all you do is press Alt and H, and that brings it back. So if I press the Z key now and press solid, all we've got selected is the rear of the vehicle. Okay, so first off, if we go into top view, wireframe, as you notice, where the side of the fender sweeps down and transitions into the boot, there's a depression. So, and on this, it's just to the side of the boot area. So all I'm going to do is simply move these across. So press B, range select the whole of them and move them across to there. Okay, I'll unselect these, move that over slightly, unselect that, move these over slightly, and all the way here. This one here. So select that, B, unselect that, unselect this one. For the purposes of this, I'm going to also grab this one, which I didn't grab before, and move this over. So this area will be dragged down. So we might as well do that now. So B, range select, highlight all the ones you've just moved. Go into side view and just drag them down. Just drag them down for there for now. And then so that one's okay. So press B, select, unselect that, drag that up. So what we're doing is trying to get a uniform line all the way down. So B, unselect that, drag that up a bit. When you move vertices, it's obviously good to look at all different angles to make sure that, whilst the vertices might look in the right position on one view, they're wildly out of position on another view. So make sure that you always take a second look and look at the natural flow of the lines. So let's see what we've done there. So we've started to make that slight depression. Now obviously some of these will come over here, but not worry about them yet. If we go into the modifiers, turn off visibility of mirror and subdivision, and you can see basically what you do. So some of these have got to come across. So typically if you look at the rear view, press Z, wireframe, you can see these have got to come over. So we'll select that one first, and on the x-axis move it across. So click on the x-axis, go into this one, move this one across. Just try to get that that natural curve line in that runs all the way across. So it's just a gentle curve. So pull this across. Drag all these over a bit more. Drag them across. and for this moment in time I think we'll leave it there. See where we are, solid view, and it's beginning now to look something like. Now if you look at the top view and go into wireframe mode, you can see that these vertices here, so these vertices here are way off now. We need to bring them in to mimic the side of the car. So I'm going to start from here. Now these I've got to move inboard slightly, so if we just drag these across, so they're just inside here for now, so they're not encroaching where we want to place them. We'll grab this one, move it in to the side of the vehicle. Okay, move this one in to the side of the vehicle. We will be putting a loop cut in here to capture that curvature at some point, but not now. We don't want too many loop cuts in the way at the moment. So dragging this across. Remember, the blueprints are quite jagged and a bit all over the place, so we're just getting it roughly in position where we can fine tune it later. So B, select and across, and with this one the same, B, select across all the way, and we're doing this all the way to the top. Now it's boring watching me do this, but if you follow along you'll be doing it at the same speed. Now when I copy people doing their tutorials, if it's on YouTube or whatever, I've got a separate screen and I watch them do something, then pause it, then I start and do the next bit, watch it and then pause it, and I find, and that works really good for me. Then if I miss something, I'll just rewind and go back. And also I save at, I'm not saving this at very regular intervals, but generally when I'm following along, I'll probably have, for each video, I'll probably have about 20 or 30 saves per video, so I save it quite regularly, and that's always good because you can go back. Now this one, I don't think I moved that one in enough, so let's have a look here. Where are we? So if we highlight this one, have a look, see where we are. I'm going to move that in a bit. And once again here, look, you see I'm following this line. So if I grab these, just that one, okay, go back to the top view and drag it in. And just follow a sort of a natural curve. Grab this one, bring it across. Once again, follow the natural curve. Then we can go back into wireframe here, grab this, bring this in. Right. So this one I missed. So you can either do this, pick that up and drag that to mimic it, or a quick way is to click that, then that. So that is the target. Okay. Make sure that your active element's on, which is this. Okay. So once you've got them both selected, that's your active element. You go scale, so S, X, 0. And it pulls it in line exactly with that. Okay. So for this purpose, I'm just going to pull this in now and pull it to here. And again, once again, that one's should be there. So SX0 and this one and that one, I believe. So SX0. Let's see where we are. Let's go into solid mode. So that's not too bad. So I've actually shaped this a little bit better. Now press Z, go into wireframe, and I'm not worried about the tail light, so I'm bringing this back to the body, so here, okay. Bring this back, so press B, select, and bring this back to here, okay, and bring these back to bring these back and select that one and bring this one back. Okay, so let's have a look where we are. Always have a look. So from side view, it's starting to look a little bit better. I'm not going to cut out the hole for the wheel arch yet. I'm just getting this mainly into position. Shove this one up to there, and again I could have gone, so if I go back a stage, if I could have gone there and said SZ, which is the vertical axis 0, so I'll do that one for this one, so there, click that and that, SZ0, okay. Now I don't know what's going on at the back here, so let's have a look. Okay, so if we scroll around, that's not looking too bad actually. I think that might be a little bit. Yeah, I've pulled them in too far. But I've probably pulled these in too far. Let's select that line and see where it is on the side. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so go back to 7. There, that's okay. So unrange these. Look here, bring that across to here, unrange that. Bring that across. Unrange that. Bring that across. Unrange that. And again. It's not quite enough. Set B, unrange that. Not too many to go now. That is fine. That needs to go back to there. And that needs to go back to there. Right, so if we look now, in solid view. So yeah, that's not looking too bad. I can see a schoolboy error. So this is out of line here. So just pull that back up. This line, I've moved it around twice now, and I've moved it wrong. Because this line here should be on this line, which is the top of the fenders. So I'll possibly get it right in a minute. Okay, so move it across. So unhighlight that. And that's what happens with modelling. Sometimes you lose your bearings. And it's just about continually looking at where you are. But all this is tedious. But it's well worth it in the end. It's just a matter of having patience and just keep trying to achieve the end goal, which is to create the model you want to create. So unhighlight and hide these. And that one, that's on the line. This one needs to come across and hide that. And this. And hide that. This one. And hide that. And finally this one. So let's have a look in solid view, see where we are. So yeah, some work to do here, but we've got the basis now. So we've got the top line, we've got the top of the fender line. So we've got this line marked out. We've got this line marked out because that is looks like the widest part. Perhaps this needs to come down to where this shading begins. That would make more sense, because if you look at the vehicle, if you look at this side here, it probably does taper in a little bit. So yes, it does. It's fairly flat on the side, fairly flat down here. It's not like modern cars. So I don't want these videos to go any more than 25-30 minutes, so we'll end this one here. Before we do that, we'll just move these across, so we've got some uniformity. Here it is. Press Alt and H and bring back the rest of the vehicle. So I've roughly shaped the back. That one's miles off. So if we go into the back, this one's miles off. So if we press B, select, just bring that down. A bit more logical. Where's that going from? I'm not sure where that one is. Ah, right, okay. where it was. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's where it was. So move it across slightly. That's better. Okay. This here definitely needs to go down. So if we just leave it like that for now, and this will come down as well. Because we're actually, that should be up there. That was in the right place. And that's in the middle of the vehicle, yeah, so that's right. Okay, so there we are. So in the next episode we'll be bringing these in and getting the middle of the car and the front of the car shaped roughly to the blueprints. See, that is now roughly to the blueprints in all our views. So we've got extra loop cuts to put in the side here. We've got to fiddle about with these to get these a bit better. So it all takes time and moving around just to get in a sort of a logical flow. That should come across as well. Okay. So we'll see where we are in the next episode. But we've started the process now. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.